Howdy, Possum Patty and the entire Soggy Bunch here. Little Miss Titi out in the other room. Yes, I just put her to bed. She's not very happy with me. She is feeling better, and yeah, she tries to get around now. And she's wobbly, but she's walking. And well, last night she tried to go down the cellar steps to get to their kitty litter box in the basement, even though we have one up here. And so I was so afraid she was going to go tumbling down the stairs in the middle of the night. Yeah, that I locked her in the bathroom with her bed and her food and her water and her litter box and her heating pad, everything she needed. But she was still not happy with me this morning. Yeah, I opened the door to let her out, and she's just going all around, all around, all around. And yeah, she's walking. I mean, she's still real weak and wobbly, but she wanted to walk around, which is good because the doctor doesn't want her to get pneumonia. And yeah, she seems better this morning. And she tried, of course, to jump up on the couch. I had to tell her no, stay down. Because, well, she tried and she fell down on her bum, yeah, already. But I had her blanket and everything in the wash machine, so that's all dried and out and clean. And I covered her up. She's on her bed by the sliding doors. She likes to look out the window. So she's resting for a few moments. I have a break right now. So I came in to work on a couple of pages in my October journal, you know, the ones that I started the other day. I'm so glad everybody enjoyed those sketchbook flips. If you haven't seen them, I'll link them below. They were actually pre-recorded, yes, because I was supposed to go away with my sisters to Lancaster to see the Sight and Sound Theater. And the sister who planned the whole trip and who was supposed to do all the driving, she came down with the virus. Yeah, she came down with the virus, and another sister came down with a sinus infection. And I was at the vet with TT, and this was all the same morning. Yes, that was all in the same morning. And so we had to postpone the trip. I don't know when we'll be going, but maybe in the spring, we'll see. Yeah, so three of the four sisters were, you know, not available to go. So we had to postpone the trip. Well, anyway, so I had those two sketchbook flips pre-recorded because I was going to pop them in while I was away, right? And it's a good thing because, you know, it's been a little crazy, so I just popped them in the last couple of days. And yeah, I'm so glad everybody's enjoying, you know, that flip of the sketchbooks. And I only have like a dozen more of those Strathmore 500 series sketchbooks that I could flip through. So if you're still interested in seeing a few more, I can pop a few more in here and there. Of course, I've got to record them first, but I'll get that done somehow in between everything else, right? Okay, so yes, I was working on the October journal, and I was excited about finding a strip of material to put in on the Swiss Miss page. And I was going to put it along the edge, but I decided to put the pocket the long way. So it opens here. I was thinking about doing it here and putting material here, but I didn't like that narrow opening over there. I felt it was a little too narrow. I wanted to make something in this direction that I could pop in this way. So I do have Dollar Tree fabric, and I'm thinking about trying a no-sew fabric ruffle across the top, maybe down the side just a little bit. I don't want it to interfere with the pocket, no. So I might try that, no-sew fabric ruffle. So if you're not a sewer, you don't like to sew, or you have no ambition to do any sewing, but you might want to look, but you might like the look of a little fabric in your journal, yeah, we'll try this out and see how it goes. And then we're going to sketch a pumpkin and do a little journaling about hot cocoa. I got my little owl here. Hot cocoa. He's going to go on the journal card that's going to go inside the Swiss Miss pumpkin spice pocket there. And the pumpkin's going to be the journaling for the pumpkin pie. And that's what I plan on doing right now. And then I'll probably have to go back out in the other room and feed Miss Titi again. You know, the doctor wanted me to get her up and give her food and water like every hour. Every hour? No, no, she doesn't eat that much. You know, she's a tiny, tiny little thing. So I'm trying every 2 hours. Yes, I'm trying every 2 hours. And yeah, she's better today. And I want to thank everyone for all their well wishes and thoughts and prayers for little Miss Titi. We know she's an old lady. Yeah, she's a very old lady. But she's looking pretty good this morning. Well, anyway, let's come in closer and yeah, see what we can get done here this morning. Come on along. So I was thinking to just take like the Fabri-Tac glue and tack this down. And then maybe put, I don't know, like maybe a little ribbon or something along the edge of the ruffle. So I put a little glue on the edge. I'm going to glue that edge down like that. And then next, see, I want to fold the material back like that. So obviously I need some glue underneath, but then I need a dot of glue there. And I'll just fold that pumpkin like that. Now, I guess if you wanted to sew, you can hand sew a ruffle and then glue the whole thing down. But the idea was to see if we could do this without sewing, just for something a little different. A little glue there. Oh, I have that orange gingham ribbon. That is really nice. Okay, put a little glue back here. And doesn't have to be even, doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be stuck down. Like that. And some more glue back here. And a little dot right there. Thank you, Ollie. Oh, Ollie needs more paper towels. I got to get Ollie some more paper towels because, you know, that's his job. He loves to hand me the paper towels when my hands get messy. I just thought the colors on this fabric, which is, did I show you the whole piece? No, I didn't. This is the whole piece. It has sunflowers, orange leaves, and orange pumpkins, and looks like black-eyed Susans, and a blue pumpkin. And yeah, look how nice, because we got the blue, the orange, the yellow on both the packaging and in the background, and now on the material too. And you don't have to make everything matchy-matchy. You can do whatever you want in your journal, because that's what a journal is for. To play and experiment. Sometimes I like to put my ruffles like in different directions. I'll make one go this way, one go that way. You know, it's like I could bend it that way. Bend it the other way. I went kind of straight back here. Let's see. I messed that up a little bit. I know some people try to make it neater. I try to mess it up. Oh, and then I could start the ruffles going the other way. Ooh, just got an idea. Let's change directions of the ruffles. So now, of course, now the glue's in the wrong place. Let's make one go that way. So now we're doing the opposite. Got a lot of glue right there. Oh, this is like a pleat instead of a ruffle. Oh, I could have done that all the way across. That's okay. Some glue there. Let's see. Some glue there. I can't go too much further than that because I'm going to cut it there because, yeah, this is a pocket. Got to be able to get in there. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, where's the ribbon? All this orange, right? Orange and so orange and like olive green and harvest gold. Those were all like 70s colors, weren't they? Look at that. Now, how do you bend a ribbon going around the corner? I guess you have to make some pleats. Like that. All right, let me cut this. Little ribbon, a little fabric. Ooh, I know. A button. Yes, a button. I'm going to put the ribbon on. I'm going to bend it around the corner like that. And then right in that corner, I should put a big button right there. Not sewing, just gluing. We're working with ribbon, fabric, and buttons. No sew. The no sew way. All right, let's see if I can do this. All right, so far so good. Now here comes the hard part. Bend it around. Should make a big fold or little tiny folds. Okay, hold that down. And we'll just trim this off right there. And we got to find a wonderful big button to put right there. I found an orange button. How fun is that? I might put some thread in there. And then I have a jar of smaller buttons. How about a contrasting color? Something to put on the orange button, like maybe yellow. Or blue. Oh, that blue one fits in there perfectly. Wow, even the holes line up. Wow. Couldn't get any better than that. Where's the yellow one? Oh, here. So you see the yellow one's too big. Though I could do green. Green one's too big. A smaller one. Yeah, there's a smaller one. All right, we'll audition the blue and the green on the page and see which one I like better. And meanwhile, I'll have to pick these up, put them back in the jar. Kind of like that bright yellow leaf there, but I also like this green stem. And there is a lot of yellow up there in the fabric. So I might go with the yellow one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that yellow one. But what I need to do is grab some thread. I'm gonna put some thread like a bow, and then I'm gonna glue that down. Probably use this fake embroidery floss, kind that the kids use to make those bracelets. So I just put it through the holes on the big button, and let's see if I can get it through the holes on the little button without getting a needle out. Because the whole point is to do this without getting a needle out. Like that. And let's just put a bow here. Now, will the Fabri-Tac hold this down? Or do I need to get the glue gun out? I'm going to double knot the bow. Like that. Well, that's very country-like. The gingham, the ruffle, and the button. Bonds fabrics, lace, glass, leather, wood, and trims. Well, glass is non-porous. So is plastic. I wonder why it doesn't say plastic. We'll try it. If it falls off, I'll get the glue gun. I know some folks, they use Fabri-Tac for everything, and it seems to work for them. Okay, I'm going to hold this here for a couple seconds. Well, the bird clock just sang. It's already the Oreo o'clock. Yes, I started this early today, and now it is evening. Well, you know, one thing leads to another. I went out to check on little Miss TT, and well, then it was lunchtime. And then it was so nice. I decided to go outside to see what Mr. Possum was doing. And then I was like, oh, well, while it's so nice, maybe I will just trim back these daisies because they're just flopping all over the ground. And oh, maybe I'll, wait, let me get my ink. Maybe I'll just get my dahlia bulbs ready to be put away for the winter. It was just so nice out. I just didn't come in. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll just take a walk up the lane and enjoy the weather and, yeah, take some pictures and pet the neighbor's dog. And then it was time to practice the piano. And then it was time to cook supper. And then, you know how that goes. Anyway, this piece of paper was sitting like right in front of me. And this is a little painting I did with the fairy brushes. If you missed that video, I'll link it below. I hope I remember all this. And I'm like, why don't I just use that in this pocket right there? And I'll put my owl on the back and do a little bit of journaling. You know me, I don't distress a lot of things, but every once in a while, if it's white, I like to add a little color on there. And maybe I could just put a little, mess it up. Just mess it up. That's better. That's better. And this is Vintage Photo Distress Oxide. I know I still have to do my pumpkin, but this was just sitting there and I picked it up. So we're going with it. Oh, here's my owl. Let me move the journal. I think that button is dry. Feels like it's on there pretty good. I won't play with it too much. Things falling everywhere. So I grabbed the little scrap of that pumpkin material. And I was thinking about adding this on as a tab before I do any journaling. And all I'm going to do is, the table's a mess. Yeah, it's a mess, all right. Mr. Possum came in to collect the garbage. And he said, what about all that stuff on the floor? Is that going out too? I'm like, no. That's the stuff I'm working on. Table's a mess, so I threw everything on the floor. And I'll put some glue on this side. Doesn't have to be exactly even. Now, do I want to put ribbon? Do I want to put ribbon? Why not? I should journal about the beautiful day and digging up my dahlias. Do the same thing to this side. Just put a little glue. Oh, I got to glue down the owl too. Well, I'll glue down the owl. And then, oh, I didn't cut a ribbon. I will work on my pumpkin for the other page. Isn't that cute? Well, I'm so happy I found a place for the fairy brush painting. Ooh, I should write that on there, shouldn't I? That this is the fairy brush painting. Let's see if I remember to do that. There's my little owl friend with his mug of Swiss Miss hot cocoa with pumpkin spice. Okay, let's just let this sit for a few moments, and I'm going to find some paper to do a pumpkin on. Pixie is asking me if I would glue some things into her journal. Her little tiny altered composition notebook. And there's this little tiny bit of scrap left over. So I'm going to put that in there for her. It's got pretty autumn colors on it. These were the little dried flowers. Now she got a little fabric in there. All right, we're going to let that dry, Pixie. I'm going to put that back in her lap.